I'm sure you know all these words, but chances are you've been mispronouncing them for all these years. Let's talk about them. The first word is comfortable. Comfortable. You think it's easy? Wait till you hear this. Comfortable. Comfortable. Yes, the OR sound here is completely silent. And we join the letter F and T together, they form a so-called consonant cluster. Ft, ft. So we drop one syllable and we lay the stress on the first syllable. Comfortable. Comfortable. The second word is very similar. You'd think it's vegetable, only it's not. Vegetable. Vegetable. You see, the second E here is the silent letter. So we drop that syllable. And the first syllable, veg, ends with a ch. There's no vowel there. It's not j or g, but veg, ch. Vegetable. Vegetable. Eating vegetables makes me comfortable. Eating vegetables makes me comfortable. Now the next word is one that I used to have trouble with myself. You see, it should be iron, not iron, because the R here is silent. But I didn't know. I kept saying iron, iron, iron all the time until my classmate back in Bath corrected me. And it was quite embarrassing because, you know, we were there as interpreters in training at the best translation and interpreting program out there in Europe. But I didn't even know how to say iron, such an easy word, in the right way. So this word has since just stuck in my mind. Again, it's iron, not iron. Now, number 4. This word also has something to do with silent letters. You see, when you eat sushi, what's inside is not salmon, but salmon. Salmon. The L here is silent. Just like almond, the L there is also silent. It's not almond, but almond. But of course I know, many of you don't even know the word almond, so let's just forget it. Back to salmon. It's salmon, not salmon. Now, number 5 is jewelry. Jewelry, not jewellery. I know, it's very tempting to say jewellery because that's the way it's spelt. But as we all know, one of the most frustrating things with English is that many words don't sound the way they're spelt. And this is unfortunately one of them. But fortunately, the American spelling of this word helps us understand the way it should be pronounced. Notice how there's no E between L and Y. Sorry, L and R. So it should be jewelry. Jewelry. And notice there is an between before that dark L. So it's not jewelry. That's J-U-R-Y. But jewelry. Jewelry. The 6th word for today is the word sixth. I'm not joking. A seemingly easy word, but when you think about it, the TH sound in the end is already difficult enough for some people, while the letter X in front of it just makes things much worse. You see, it should be pronounced as sixth. Sixth. There are too many consonants getting stuck together, and it almost sounds like a Slavic language. And for that reason, many people tend to cheat on this one. Instead of saying sixth, we say sixth. Sixth. Just remove that S sound in the X and put the TH sound right after the K. Sixth. 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 So if you really can't do sixth, then sixth is the way to go. But it's always good to know the proper way of saying sixth. Sixth. Next word, clothes. Now this word just has to be here because it's one of the most commonly mispronounced words of all time. Not even some native speakers get this right. Clothes. Notice how the TH sound here is voiced. It's not th, but th. And it's followed by another voiced consonant, z, not s. So the whole thing should be clothes. is very mouthful, and that's why a lot of people are replacing this word with close, as in close the door, or you and I are very close, that close. Now, I personally don't really recommend doing it this way because, first, close and clothe are quite different. We will know when you're cheating. And second, because close is actually a word, unlike sixth, which isn't a word, so it will lead to some misunderstandings from time to time. For that reason, you better know how it should be properly pronounced. Clothes, clothes. Next, we have asked. Asked. I know, you'd be like, what? That's easy. Yeah, it's not very hard, isn't it? But the thing here is that in this day and age, not many people say asked anymore. Because, as you can tell, asked, asked. There are 3 voiceless consonants there in a group. Once again, a consonant cluster. Asked. We hate these clusters as they prevent us from getting to the next key word more quickly. So, what native speakers tend to do is to drop that k and just say asked instead. As an example, in my last video, many people asked me for more tips in weak forms. You see, many people asked me for more tips. Asked. That's the way to go. And now let's move on. The next word is restaurant. Restaurant. Yes, only 2 syllables here. Restaurant. Restaurant. It's absolutely fine for you to say restaurant, of course. But all I'm saying here is that those native speakers tend to be very lazy sometimes. And that's why they tend to drop syllables. Here, they shorten this word into 2 syllables. Restaurant. Last but not least, we have chocolate. Chocolate. It's not chocolate. There are only 2 syllables in this word. Chocolate. Chocolate. Notice how the second O is silent here. We drop that syllable, so it's chocolate. The A in late is pronounced as rather than A. The sound is arguably the most important sound in English. And to give you a little heads up, we'll be talking about this sound and how to apply it in weak forms in great details in my next video. Now back to chocolate. 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 So far, I think you must have realized that these words either have silent letters or consonant clusters in them. Now, these 2 concepts will be discussed in more depth in my future videos, so if you're interested, don't forget to subscribe and 一键3连.